Brandon, is there any update on Richie Martin?
Richie Martin, yeah, doing well. He is at our Twin Lakes facility rehabbing that hand. So it sounds like he's going to be starting his hitting progression here in the next week or two.
Next, we'll go to Rock Kabako.
Hey, Brandon, we saw the list of players who are over on that Twin Lake side. Are there any plans anytime soon to bring some guys over to Ed Smith?
Yeah, we actually had two of our catchers come over yesterday because we started live BPs. I think we're gonna have guys go back and forth a little bit. We're in a unique situation here. Most teams have, they're all under in one facility and kind of spread out in one big facility. When we have two, and limited locker space here, limited locker space there. So I think you're going to see, some of those pitchers come over here. You're going to see some of the young guys, some of those young infielders come over, as well as the two catchers like they did yesterday.
John Mioli, go ahead.
Brandon, Mike Bauman might not be a guy you're evaluating for the here and now, but I'm sure he's someone that's, that's interesting to watch if you're looking for the future. What have your impressions of him been in the week that he's been down there throwing?
Well, it's fun. I just got to watch him through a live BP just a short time ago, and he's got an electric arm. Ball really comes out of his hand. It's a big presence on the mound. It's what it looks like. But I thought that I was really impressed with his live BP just from a stuff standpoint. I threw some good sliders, hides the ball from the hitter. Ball really gets on hitters, and he pitches from deliveries from a tough angle, so hitters don't quite pick it up. And big body guy that's got a lot of velo. So excited about him going forward, and hopefully continues to progress this camp.
Joe Trezza, go ahead.
Hey, Brandon, we spoke to Santander just a few minutes ago, and he said, looking forward, he's trying to improve his plate discipline this year. How difficult is that to do at the big league level, and what kind of player do you think he could be if he does it?
Yeah, it's something we've talked with Tony about the last couple of years. I thought he made big strides last year. His first year with me, I felt like there was a lot of chases down below the zone on off speed. I thought he did a better job of laying off those in 2-strike counts. But that's the next step for Tony, is to be able to shrink the strike zone a little bit, because he does so much damage on strikes. He's got line-to-line power from both sides of the plate, hits the ball so hard. And if he can just continue to improve his swing decisions, he could have a really good year and a really good career.
Mark Viviano, go ahead.
Hey, Brandon, I want to get your perspective on something that I'm asking some of the players about, and that is, you're preparing for another season in which there are going to be some strict health restrictions and isolation. Last year it came out, there were some guys that it really impacted them. Like there were bouts of depression and things like that. How much of that can you manage? You're managing players, but they're also people. How are you dealing with that? And did you see any of that in any of your players struggling with the conditions?
I did hear about that throughout the league. I don't remember anybody that I don't think that we had those deep of problems with our club last year. But I can understand and know why people had that issue at times, because you were really isolated. There's a lot of towns on the road where we didn't leave the hotel. We just from hotel to the ballpark and back. In Baltimore, I really didn't leave my hotel. I just go to the ballpark. So I think that there's, it's not easy. It's not easy to be away from friends and family, not be able to go outside and do the things you want to do to get a little bit of a release in your downtime. And we're up for that challenge again this year. We'll see how the summer goes with the virus, and we'll adhere to all the protocols like we did last year, and hopefully protocols soften a little bit as we go along. But we'll see.
I want to ask you as a quick follow-up, as a family man, you mentioned it's tough. How did it impact you?
It's not easy. I saw my wife and kids, I think 2 days in the 3 months I was gone. And yeah, it's extremely hard. Extremely hard for everybody. That's something that we do talk about as a team, and kind of try to rely on each other a little bit for help and just somebody to talk to about things that you miss your family. And yeah, I think we're in for more of that, especially to start this year. And that's why the clubhouse environment, that's why your coaching staff, that's why you surround yourself with people that are a support system for you, because it is a lot different.
Thanks for sharing that.
Steve Molesky, go ahead.
Brandon, how did you see Cole Sulser's 2020 season? Got away from him a little bit at the end, had the big numbers against lefties. Is kind of a really a mixed bag there, but where does he fit in your bullpen right now too?
Yeah, I think that Sulser's got every opportunity to win a job. I still believe in his stuff. I think that he's got a nice fastball with a good split change that can really gives left-handers problems. I think the breaking ball is something that he's really made a focus on this year, to complement those other two pitches, to have something to go to against right-handed hitters especially. But yeah, I think I threw Sulser in a tough spot early, just because I think we were searching for guys to be able to get outs at the end of the game. He had a couple good outings early. I liked the way he threw against left-handers. I thought he did have some bad luck along the way, but I think that he battled for those 2 months. I think it was a learning experience for him. We've talked a little bit about it. We talked about at the end of the year last year, and I think that he's going to take that experience and have a good camp and give himself an opportunity to win a job here this season.
Question from John Mioli. John, go ahead.
Brandon, past spring training, this is obviously year 3 for you. In past years, you guys have decided that I believe everyone who's in the outfield mix right now at one point or another needed time to get better in the minors before they could be at the point that they're at now. Mountcastle, Hayes, Stewart, Mullins, Santander, all of them. What do you see the difference as these guys are now solidified as big leaguers versus what they needed to do then?
Well, I think our development system's done a nice job. Those guys that were the secondary site last year all came up and performed. Cedric did a great job, especially that last month. Ryan Mountcastle did what he did. DJ came up and got hot right away and hit a bunch of homers, and so I think that I think guys just another year of experience, another year for Ryan. It was the first time, but Cedric had major league experience. DJ had major league experience, and just you're getting older and you're learning to make adjustments, and you're starting to get comfortable in the big leagues is a huge factor.
Joe Trezza, go ahead.
Brandon, just to follow up on Mountcastle, since you mentioned him, is he getting most of his reps in left this spring, or is he going to move around as well?
Yeah, primarily left field. Might see him at first base a little bit at the end, but primarily left field.